Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Edward. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos or topics, reactions, commentaries, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Season 17, Episodes 4 and 6. I just say this, I was not a fan of either of these episodes. One I'll put above the other, which is episode 6, but both of these I did not care for. I really didn't. Episode 4 is all about the goth kids, and I think the goth kids worked in small dosage, not for a full episode. I mean, it's interesting they have a different opening with the goth kids, and them singing a different version of the South Park theme song. But you have the four golf kids, and you have the girl who the parents call their daughter emo, and she's like, "No, I'm not emo, I'm goth." And the whole episode is about how goth and emo, you can't tell the difference. That's like the big running joke of it. Maybe one scene that could work. For me, not really an entire episode. I just didn't think it was that funny. Pretty much the parents, they sent her to her camp, and when she comes back, she's now emo. Now we, the audience, can't tell the difference, but the goth and the emo kids, they feel it's two different things. And they feel like, oh my god, the camp they're being sent to, they don't turn all the kids emo, and they don't rule the world. So they need help from the vamp kids. Vampire kids. And like they all seem the same and dress the same, other than the vamp kids do a lot more hissing. Until ultimately they summon Edgar Allan Poe. And his ghost also acts emo. Oh, whatever. And apparently, if you get sent to this camp, there's this old man tending these plants, and it's emo plants who shake. Spoiler alert, you've come to find out the plants are like from some regular store. Go, what the hell? This is like $29.95. And you find out that it's a prank show called Yes, I Am Scared. It was a prank on the old man. Oh, old man, you really thought you were tending plants? They were alive? Oh, you really got me. So it was all this prank on this old man, and these kids just happened to be in the crossfire. And the other kids, they'd go to the girl and go, first they say it's a prank. What? And then they know she's feeling bad, so they go, oh yeah, well, no, we killed the plant, emo plant queen or whatever. Like I said, these kids are not fun, entertaining to hang around for a full episode. The emo type of jokes kind of fall mostly flat. I did maybe one bit where goth and emo, like if you have an episode with the regular kids and there's like maybe one scene where one's goth, one's emo, and then they're both fighting, but they're both fighting in the same exact way. I think like one scene could have told the joke a lot funnier than an entire episode. Idea whether it be Edgar Allan Poe now being emo, it just, I can't really think of anything that was that funny or that memorable about the whole episode. So easily the weakest episode I have seen of South Park in a long while. It would, for me, honestly, it would be in the top 10 worst episodes I've seen so far. Because I thought they just outright sucked. And I can't think of really a, other than, okay, the opening's a bit different, so it's a change of pace. I can't think of anything else that was that damn positive about it. But hey, maybe if you're a diehard fan of the goth kids and you want to see a whole 20 minutes of them, you get your wish. I was never really asking for that, so maybe that's why. Episode 6 was a little bit better. Pretty much Cartman plays a prank where he has this cow and he dressed it up as a ginger cow, so he put red freckles and a wig on it. All the kids, except Kyle, believe in it. Kyle warns Cartman this could have dire consequences, but then Al Aziz Network and other networks find this. They feel it's a sign. I did like the joke where rabbis come in to talk to the school, and oh, Kyle, could you come in here and translate? And at first, Kyle's like, I don't know how to speak Hebrew. And he turns, and the rabbis just talk English. They just talk in a very kind of Woody Allen type of English. And Kyle's like, and the principal is, oh, could you please? And the counselor, yes, Kyle, what did they say? And Kyle's rolling his eyes. He's pretty much saying the same thing that they're saying. I didn't mind that joke. I thought that was decently funny. At first, oh my God, this is a sign that means we're going to go to war. There's going to be a holy war, and all the religions get together. And then they go, well, wait a minute. We're all in the same room together, and we're not fighting. So ultimately, then it becomes peace in the Middle East. And then Carbon comes up and goes, you know what, Kyle, you're right. I was wrong. I need to go tell the truth. And Kyle's like, no, there'll be peace in the Middle East. No, you were right, Kyle. So Carbon gets Kyle to do things so Carbon will shut up. So now Carbon's going to keep humiliating Kyle for however long it may be. And Kyle accepts it because, in a way, he's helping the Middle East stay peaceful. So Kyle has to say that he loves Cartman's farts in his tummy. Kyle thinks of himself as Gandhi, shaves his head. Probably the other joke I didn't mind is when all the religions get together, they have all their symbols and they put together as Van Halen. So then Van Halen comes out singing a song. Surprisingly enough, they didn't do anything to really make fun of Van Halen. It was pretty just straightforward. Just them singing the song. Nothing nasty or angry or disrespectful about them. It seems like once in a while, if it's a musician or Cheech and Chong, they're pretty respectful. They don't really do anything nasty to them. Like even like Cheech and Chong, like it was their actual voices. I like sometimes some singers. Stan and Kenny don't like that Kyle. They think, why is Kyle listening to Cartman? And then, oh, now he's acting all like a prick because Kyle thinks he's sacrificing, and I'm so much better than you because look what I did sacrifice. I mean, it could be interesting, but I just didn't find it that funny. I mean, it was a little bit more interesting of a story compared to the previous episode, the Goth episode, as that I'm curious where this is heading, where this is going, until ultimately Kyle gets a phone call from Stan. The truth is known that, well, actually, they lie and they say, oh no, it was a miracle. Yeah, it was a miracle. And they go, what? We didn't want a miracle? That wasn't the prophecy? No, the prophecy was some fat kid was going to dress a cow up as a ginger. That was the prophecy. It's not, what happened? Oh, fuck this. And Kyle's like, no, that is what happened. And so Kyle's just the ultimate loser. Like, he was sucking on Carbon's farts. He lied. If he let Carbon tell the truth, it would have. If he let Carbon tell the truth, then the Middle East would still be peaceful. It just pretty much made Kyle the ultimate fucking loser. He shaved his head. He fucked up peace of the Middle East. He let Cartman do all these things to him for no reason. And to put the cherry on top, Cartman gets like some whipped cream from his like butt or something and puts it on Kyle's face, and Kyle just goes along with it. It did make me feel bad for Kyle. And it's like, Jesus, like, if there's any better way to lose, I don't know how is it. I mean, unless dying, of course. Dying, family dying, like, that's all the more I had to take from him to be the ultimate loser in existence. So, but I mean, as an episode, like I said, of laughs and humor, like I said, Kyle having to interpret the Hebrews who were also speaking English, that was kind of funny. All the symbols coming together for Van Halen, that was kind of funny. Cartman pretty much did him what he wanted, and winning at the end was a bit of a bummer. Kyle being the ultimate loser was a bit of a bummer. Stan and Kyle kind of just there to just, I don't know, call Kyle a prick or be concerned and confused as to what he's doing with Cartman. Butters is really only there for the very beginning, thinking Cartman's telling the truth on the ginger Kyle thing. Maybe some of the, when they're ready to war, all the people are in the room, there was kind of some funny bits of, so for all the terms of the war, we decapitate the prisoners? Of course we decapitate the prisoners. What are you talking about, man? So yeah, I liked it more than the Goth Kid episode, but at the same time, it just, I would never care to see this episode again. Like I said, I didn't really find anything that memorably hilarious about it. Like I said, the story's a bit of a bummer if you like Kyle, because like I say, he becomes the ultimate loser. Cartman gets away with it, gets no comeuppance. And yeah, it is what it is. I don't really know what else to say. Nice to hear some Van Halen in there. That's cool. But yeah, that's sort of my thoughts on both episodes. I thought they were pretty weak. And yeah, I don't know about season 17, man, so far. I don't know. Maybe the next episodes bump it up a notch. I don't know. So with that said, thanks for watching. Thanks once again, Edward, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.